This is our mom, Joan. Joan was the first powerful optimist in our lives. Almost the entire time growing up, our dad, who wasn't a bad guy, was depressed by any definition. And his depression manifested itself in screaming and yelling at our mother, screaming and yelling at all the kids. And our mother was there to keep the family together. She stayed by my father's side, and she did many things for us. She taught us how to draw. She gave us crayons. She gave us magic markers and paper. And she showed us that although we didn't have the money to travel to Disneyland, we could go anywhere in our mind. She unlocked our imagination. When she told us bedtime stories, she didn't just tell us the stories. She acted out the characters. She took us out on the pirate ship. She took us up the steps of the grandest castles and into the enchanted forest, and we loved it. We loved it and we begged for more. But maybe the most powerful thing our mother did for us was a little ritual at the dinner table. She looked around to her 6 kids, no matter what was happening, and she said, "Tell me something good that happened today." Very simple prompt. Tell me something good that happened today. It's a nice one to use in your company to start your meetings or at your own family's dinner table. Because what happens is you change the energy. She showed us that our disposition is powerful, and she changed the energy in the house. It's not surprising, given the influence of our mom, Joan, that my brother and I started designing t-shirts. We were artistic our whole lives, and we were intimidated by each and every type of industry and career out there. But t-shirts was something that was financially accessible to us. We could design our own things on Tuesday, and Wednesday get out in the street and sell them. T-shirts doesn't sound like a glamorous career, and it wasn't. We spent 5 years in the streets and selling door to door in college dormitories. We weren't financially successful. We were maybe avoiding getting a job, which is some level of success. But then we got focused on something that changed our lives. We got focused on the idea that the media inundates our culture with negative information, always reinforcing what's wrong with the world and rarely telling us what's right with the world. And you know, we all have a choice every day. You can focus on what's wrong with your life, or you can focus on what's right with your life. And wherever you put your energy, wherever you focus and whatever you focus on, that will grow. That was something our mom taught us at the dinner table. So after several of these conversations about the media, we created a character named Jake. And Jake's power is his optimism. It's his disposition. People have a misconception that wealth and material goods will make you happy, but statistics show that they don't. Some people think that special place in life, being in that special place, if it's off at the beach or up in the mountains, or if you get that promotion, or if you meet that special person, then you're going to be happy, then you're going to be fulfilled. It's not true. The only thing that will enable a happy and fulfilling life is your disposition. So our superhero, Jake, has a powerful disposition. Wherever Jake goes, he sees opportunities. Optimists roam the world seeing opportunities. They don't ignore obstacles, but they overcome obstacles by focusing on the opportunities. When you're an optimist, you're more innovative. You're more innovative because you're open-minded. You're not afraid to experiment. You're not afraid to explore the world. So Jake is always exploring, always trying new things. And maybe most importantly, being an optimist is magnetic. Everybody today knows that in order to build an organization, for-profit, non-profit, any organization in the world, you need to build a community. Optimism is magnetic. So wherever Jake goes, he attracts other optimists. This enabled us to build a business. This very simple concept. It doesn't get more complicated than that. The world is incredibly complicated today, but it doesn't have to be. So our little business started to grow. And in the first 5 years, we had a $3 million business, selling t-shirts with 3 words, life is good. We didn't invent life is good, but we were the first ones to trademark it. So the business starts to grow. Some guy said that to me recently. He said, you know, I don't think it's fair. I said, what's not fair? He goes, well, You didn't create life is good. My grandfather used to say life is good. And I said, tell your grandfather you should have trademarked it. And then he was British. The guy was British, so I said, and if I'm not mistaken, the British invented trademarks, so whatever, dude. What we didn't anticipate was the customer base that we would grow. The ones who embraced the idea that life is good the most were the ones who were facing the most adversity. This is a photograph of a little girl named Lindsay Beggin, 11 years old, and she was diagnosed with terminal bone cancer. And the Boston Globe wrote an article about her, and she was wearing a Life is Good hat. And the journalist said, do you understand your prognosis? And she said, yes, they don't think I'm going to live longer than a year. And he said, do you mind if I ask why you're wearing a hat that says life is good? 11 years old, you know what she said? Very matter-of-factly. Because before I was sick, I took my life for granted. But now I want to make sure every day counts. That blew us away. Absolutely blew us away. And, you know, we didn't know what to do. What Lindsay showed us is that her optimism enabled her to access courage. So it was the beginning. When we started, we thought, well, there's pessimism, there's realism, and there's optimism. We're on this team, okay? Pessimism is corrosive. Realism lacks imagination. Optimism, on the other hand, is boundless. It can take you anywhere, and it opens you up. But Lindsay showed us that optimism can give you access to courage. Lindsay Beggin was 11 years old, 17 years ago, and told she was going to live 1 year. I'm going to play you a short video because Lindsay didn't pass away.
Right here? Okay, are my feet the right? I keep like turning this way, I don't know why. Hi, my name is Lindsay. I was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma, a bone cancer, when I was 10 years old. I was going through chemotherapy and lost all of my hair. So a bunch of our family friends donated hats to me. The one that stuck out to me the most was this Life is Good hat. I was diagnosed on Marathon Monday of 1998 and wore it through the following August of 1999. So it's a little bit worn out now, but I keep it as a reminder. It reminded me to be positive and happy and excited, even though I was going through something that was a little bit difficult. A few months after I got the hat, I was interviewed on the radio and newspaper, and John and Bert from Life is Good reached out to me. I couldn't believe it. As a 10-year-old wearing a hat, inspiring someone was pretty cool, and I got to meet them. I had so much fun and have been in touch with them ever since. They asked me, you know, why did I wear a Life is Good hat? And I told them, life is good, no matter what. Well, I brought a little
old school.
flashback.
Come on.
God.
Oh.
This is awesome.
Is that the original?
Original.
Wow.
Faded a little bit. Still fits
The
though.
hubcap. Hubba, hubba, hubba.
Be a hubcap lover.
Get it for your sister and get it for your brother.